Okay, I just pressed record. Are you happy?
Yes.
Okay, it's on.
Assuming you really did it.
I really did it.
You're not fucking kidding?
I'm not kidding.
All right. Gunnar, we're on.
All right, timer's.
This is
Fuck your timer. Put your fucking timer in your butt.
I'm gonna.
Let's go.
Hey.
Give me something.
All right. Are you guys ready? Are you ready to start this?
Enough talk.
Hey. Enough Talk Podcast.
Hey.
Hi, everybody. Okay, so today, I don't know what we're going to be talking about. We're basically just riffing yet again because, as per usual, we did not talk about this beforehand because Noonie is a dickwad and didn't want to talk.
What?
Yeah, bro, for real. Like, you're like, can we just hurry up? What's your fucking hurry? Are you getting paid by the hour or what?
Can you just introduce?
Okay, asshole.
On the paper.
And you are?
I'm Amanda Armano.
Okay.
I am the sister of the asshole.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm the man, the myth, the icon, the superhero that constantly has to fight this asshole. And yeah, we're enough talk. Is that what you wanted? Because you're in a hurry.
And I'm the one that's not a big mouth.
What's that got to do with shit?
Shut up.
He's not a big mouth?
Whatever.
I'm not saying by comparison to anyone else, but he's not, though.
I just wanted to get started on the episode. Is that so? It's the most terrible thing to say? Let's just turn on the on button and go for it.
I love how the fact that we didn't even discuss anything to talk about, and you're already like,
all right,
it's okay, let's
riff it. Well, the first thing to riff is that Amanda had eye surgery only like 4 days ago, and she's already at it. Look at this.
What happened to your Terminator shades?
I took them off. I can't do it.
What about the eye patch you were going to wear?
I'm not wearing the eye patch. It clouds. I can't.
That would have been a better Nick Fury than we got in all these fucking movies.
I got my eye on you.
But the doctor, the paperwork said that she's supposed to like not watch TV for like 5 days, and she made it 3.
Okay. Well, let the record show that you are also Sicilian, and you fucking people just kind of do whatever the hell you want.
That is correct.
Okay. That's on record.
You didn't mean that in a nice way, though.
No, not at all. I mean, it's facts, though. Am I lying?
What?
You people aren't assholes?
You come into my house, and you insult me like that.
Well, that's the Hispanic population. We're assholes, too, I guess. I don't know.
Remember, he brought you donuts this morning.
That's right.
So
I did.
Hey, did we say what day it is for the episode? April 8th, I think
it's the 7th.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. It's April 7th.
Yeah. We're still working out the kinks of just
episode number
introductions.
27, I think, of Enough Talk.
Yeah.
Cut.
Great. Okay, Val Kilmer's dead, y'all.
Jesus, that's a segue.
Yeah, that happened this week.
I mean, what the fuck do you want from me?
That happened this
Val's
week.
dead. Who would have thought? Doc Holliday, Iceman.
Mm-hmm. So Top Gun 2 was his final performance.
I think so, yeah?
Great actor.
Believe it or not, I think he actually did some other movie.
Did
I
he?
saw a preview of some other movie that he had done where he had kind of recuperated somewhat some kind of voice back.
I think you're making that up.
When he did his documentary thing, Val, right? His son was saying the lines that he had written. So even though it sounded like him, it was his son.
And Top Gun, if you didn't know, was like all recordings of him, and they kind of just put that voice together, along with him trying to talk, I think.
Yeah.
And then that AI, whatever the fuck you want to call it, created what we got. Otherwise, he was, I think, just miming the lines at that point or some shit. But it was still cool. It sounded like him. So I think it worked.
No, I actually think there was a project that he did because I saw like some advertisement either on Hulu or Prime where it's like him saying, "Do you need a ride?" or something really creepy like that. And it's because his voice is like that. He had long hair in it.
Well, if you can see, Google it, because I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I haven't heard anything about it.
And you're always the one that comes up with some of this foggy-ass shit, so...
Because I'm the one literally on the computer all the time trying to find shit to talk about.
So he was, how old was he? He's 65?
I don't know.
think he was.
Who's got a computer in front of them that can look up this information because they're always on the fucking computer.
You got your phone in front of you.
Looking up information.
Wait, Nanny, what did you just say?
You got your phone in front of you.
Well, at least one of us has our phone.
Look who decided to join the 21st century.
Wow. Welcome.
I can't even state the obvious now.
Well, welcome. Where have you been?
Dude, you're one to talk.
If you two want to take me on, you better bring in a truckload of other people because I'll fight all you bitches at the same time.
You know what? It would be truckloads of people because all of us have an axe to grind with you. Everyone, I think, that knows you.
And I welcome
One
you.
day I'll smite you.
I welcome you to your deaths. I welcome you.
All right, so I guess that's enough of Val Kilmer. What else is going on in the world?
The tariffs.
You just
holy crap. I mean, the tariffs.
Oh, man.
So yeah, I was actually talking with Noah just about this earlier. That, like, I was talking about with Doss, as a friend of ours, about the tariffs, and he's like, "Oh, already prices are going through the roof in the stock market and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Dude, it's 3 months in. I'm not gonna start like the sky is falling. Obviously, if he makes any tweaks, the stock market is going to, is going to feel it.
Isn't that any president?
Yeah.
Though, let's be honest?
What are people expecting? Some sort of like?
They're expecting miracles.
Yeah.
They call him Satan, and then they're like, perform miracles.
Look. Here's the thing, though, right? How anyone can have a problem with reciprocal, tariffs, I don't understand. I will charge you what you charge me. Don't try and make it up somewhere else either as a bullshit, fee or something, because it won't go unnoticed. We'll notice it. You just treat us the same way we treat you. The end. There's nothing to discuss. There's nothing that's controversial there.
Do you want to hear the worst part about it? Do you know how much tariffs we were already charging? How much we were bringing in?
If you know, you better know the right number because I don't want people to attack us.
What was it?
$80 billion. That's it.
That's all this entire country's economy was bringing in on tariffs?
That's it.
On imported goods?
On $80 billion.
I don't know dick about our economics like that, but that just doesn't sound right.
But here's
that. What? That's all?
I don't even.
And we're getting mad about that.
I don't even need to know the specifics about. But I know this. I already heard that. I already saw 3 or 4 or 5 companies in the last week that have said that they're going to start making things in the U.S. again. The week before that, I saw a couple. Week before that, I saw a couple. Whatever. So the thing is that one way or the other, it is bringing people back to here because it would be cheaper for them to do their. But one thing that I really want to see, and I was just thinking about this one, was when Amanda and I and Mom, we went for her birthday. We went up to Chicago. We went through the Midwest.
I was just in Chicago. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm pissed about what I spent for dinner.
Because, yeah, it's Chicago. Where'd you go?
It was the famous. We were staying downtown because, that's my business loves us. So
was this steakhouse, the Weber place?
No. I went to. Hold on a second. I was staying at a property downtown. I guess I shouldn't give that away for future security reasons. But connected near the property where we were at was the famous Miller's Pub. Okay. Which is like an institution in Chicago. I got a 12-ounce prime. Okay, 2 old fashions, the Chicago way with their Prohibition era fucking bourbon, whatever. 2 old fashions.
17 apiece.
Almost $20 a hit. Now I had 2 of them. I had a small Caesar salad, a 12-ounce prime rib, which was supposed to be like the bee's knees, forgettable, mashed potatoes and gravy, and sweet carrots.
You hit $90.
My fucking after tax tag title over $100.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I should treat myself. I just had a birthday. Really haven't done anything.
Right. Yeah. So think about it that way, so it doesn't kill you.
But it killed me.
Yeah.
I didn't leave there like I should have left after spending $100 and something at a fucking Primo steakhouse.
Yeah.
I knew I was gonna pay $50-$60 for that.
But
steak.
It wasn't worth it.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
is it an institution? Right. They say it is. I don't.
You didn't see the hype.
No.
I know what that feels like too.
Not at all.
But anyways, what we were saying is that.
But hold on. Do you think is it because that you're spoiled because you've been to places like Charlie's and
when you have something that you can compare it to, it makes it easier.
I should have known going in there. I wanted steak. I didn't go out for it. But then I'm like, ooh, prime rib on the menu and get it while it kind of lasts. Like for them, it might ask for it, but we're probably going to be out of it. Okay, so that tells me something about your prime rib.
Right.
And I love prime rib. I know you love prime rib.
Yeah.
I go, I get it. I'm like, are you sure? In my head, I'm like, that's 12 ounces today? And it just was nothing spectacular. Now, that's also to say, I wonder if I would have felt the same way about their fucking famous ribs and barbecue sauce that everybody touts about. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But when I saw pictures, I go, that's all I get for ribs? You can keep that. No.
Yeah, I'm Sonny's all the way for ribs.
So maybe I got the
because they're
wrong.
pretty
Wow, you know how
consistent.
many people you're going to piss off with that one?
Yeah, but Sonny's is like
It's
basically just
consistent.
Florida.
I'll give them that.
But it's just Florida.
It's consistent. That's what I said. Consistent.
But-
I didn't say, oh, they're the most fantastic ribs in the world.
But it's like you go to a diner, you know, like, I'm not going to order the fucking porterhouse. Why would you do that?
Right.
I didn't think that with the prime rib in this place because it's there on the menu. It's there on the fucking everywhere. Like, you know, if supplies last.
So what are the big? So we're in the Central Florida area. So our big steakhouses are going to be Capitol Grill. There's a local chain, Charlie's. I can't remember what the group is called.
I don't remember.
They own Charlie's,
Don't ask
Vito's
me, I don't.
Chop House.
You'll also find a
Hideaway
Fleming's
Lounge.
in some places.
Yeah.
What else? Well, no, they go across the country. What's the
Del Frisco, Delmonico's.
that there's also
Cooper Hawk is a new one in Orlando, but that's a chain.
yeah, and there's also the one that we have. They're on rivers or like on water. We got the one off the Melbourne Causeway here.
Oh yeah, the
Your hand is in front of his camera. Thank you.
that's okay.
What's
the,
that place called?
The Chart House.
That I've never been there. It's one place I haven't checked out yet.
It's neato. How we got one where all the other ones are like in big cities, I have no idea.
Well,
And
the
in
truth
this-
is we should have a lot more here. Like, per capita, we have a lot.
I mean, we got plenty of fucking condos on the beach and shit now on the mainland.
Yeah, we have a lot more
We got
higher-end
fucking
clientele.
what's this Jimmy Buffett bullshit that's out here in Margaritaville
Should
now
have one soon.
or coming? Like it's
Yeah.
it's being built, whatever.
Then there's Ruth's Chris, and what's the other one that's known
like
for
Ruth's Chris.
prime rib in Orlando? We've been there. I can't think of what it is. Where they specialize in prime rib. It's
If I knew who you were talking about, I'd say
it's
it.
in
I
the
don't know.
It's in the Dr. Phillips area.
What is it about prime rib I like or love so much? Is it that I just don't ever get it enough? It's a
I
rarity.
think it's because
when
it's
I order
juicy.
prime rib.
It's sweet and savory at the same time. It's not overcooked like every other steak that you ever eat.
Hmm.
I mean, when prime rib is bad, you can say this prime rib is bad, and everyone agrees.
I just got to be honest and say that I'll eat cow anyway. You give it to me. I'm serious. There's like, and in Italy where we're from in Palermo, they've got some gross like third world things that they'll serve. They serve something called stigiolo, which is
Don't talk about that stuff.
Sounds
Come
like
on.
ass.
No, it's the cow intestine, right?
Oh,
clean
Latino countries.
Yeah, or whatever, right? Let me tell you something, man.
Guess where you get it from?
On the grill.
Look, I'm fucking tired of it. Enough. You guys didn't fucking reinvent the wheel or create the world. Stop. Just stop.
Okay, but realize
The
something,
earth doesn't
okay?
stop and end on fucking Italians. Stop.
Before there was a Spain, it was España Roma, okay? You guys are just Italians. I'm
Before
sorry.
there was.
Well, actually, no. The bloodline, yes, you're correct.
Oh my god.
The bloodlines are originally all from the Romans. Well, that's true.
I'm gonna stop coming over.
Listen,
I don't think I can
but
do
listen,
this.
she's wrong about one thing though. Spain was a country way before.
Thank
Italy was.
you.
The Italy didn't actually become a unified country in like the 18 somethings, yeah, 1870s.
Stop messing with your mic.
I'm trying to tighten this up 'cause the
Spain was
weight
not a
goes.
country until the 1400s.
Look,
Yeah, and
again,
look when Italy became a unified country. There
For
were a
those
bunch
of
of
you-
provinces.
for those of you joining this podcast episode, what are we on, like 82? If you didn't realize it yet, Spain has created everything: the hamburger, the automobile, what else?
You just said
Everything.
Spain.
Okay, yeah, no, Italians. So let's let that be. Let it just marinate.
Before there was hamburger, it was hamburger. Hamburger.
Fucking
Che
trash.
cazzo. But anyways, like the have you had it, by the way? The intestine on a grill with a little bit of lemon. It has to be cleaned thoroughly.
Absolutely. Who the fuck wants to?
Yeah, but it's good.
I don't
It's
know that I
actually
have
good.
to be honest.
It's actually good. I can't knock it, but it's some third world crap, you know.
Well, Sicily was always poor, so
Yeah,
I mean,
I think Sicily's still poor.
But getting back to what we were saying
much.
on this road trip when we took it.
Sorry.
We went from Central Florida up to, actually we went to Michigan first, and then we went over to Chicago and Illinois. But it's a long road trip, and we saw miles and miles and miles of nothing but farmland that was dedicated to corn or soy, nothing else. So the problem becomes is that corn is not being grown for any other purposes except for farm feed, right? And ethanol. That's it, right? I'll bet you. I don't even have to.
We probably have to look that up. I'll bet you from just more than that.
I'll bet you. I don't even have to look at the statistics. I'll bet you that less than 50% of it is food for us. I'll bet you it's mostly so that we can feed other animals, right? And ethanol, right? But that's all we saw, and then soy, so it can export it to the eastern countries that use soy in abundance, and then there's a billion of them, so that they can't produce enough from themselves. But I'm thinking if these tariffs work right, some of those fruits that we've been importing from other places can actually be made here again.
But Trump, like the European Union today is already talking about 0 tariffs.
That's great.
Already.
That's great.
I mean, if the playing field stays equal,
that's great. But I'm telling you right now, this is not the guy that you try and bullshit him that you're going to go 0 and then try and make it up somewhere else.
Yeah.
If you do that like Canada has tried, you're going to get stuck with 35 or 40% import tax because he will see it. It will not go unnoticed.
He's not the guy to even make fun of. When he doesn't,
well, we all
he
make
doesn't.
Fun of him.
No, but I mean, like, if you make fun of him, he will get you back. If you're on the political circuit, he will get you back.
But that's just the thing that everybody's attacking him. He's a bully. He's this. He's bully. Why do you think we wanted him? I don't think people understand. We don't like him. Right? But we know he's going to be a fucking dick to everybody else when everybody else has been a cream puff with the rest of the world. Oh, you can't treat other countries like that. Yeah, you can.
Look how they treat us.
If they're treating you wrong, right? Like the thing that, the Panama Canal, right? People think that we went hard on the Panama Canal, that we went at them hard. But when we completely pulled out of the Panama Canal, even though we built it, they were a third world nation. Remember that, right? We built it, okay? And then we pull out, we give it over to them with less than a decade. They had already entered into an infrastructure partnership with China. And you think we went hard with you? Come on, dude.
Yeah. Is this the part where we give our sponsors their time?
And after we've gotten all political...
No, it's not political. I mean, it's our economic stuff every day. I mean,
how about we give a free shout out to one of our friends? Somebody.
That friend ain't paying no bills. So
let's give a shout out to
he ain't paying
our
bills.
friend Jenna.
Who?
She's a great hairstylist and
our friend. Who's Jenna?
You know Jenna?
Jenna who? Met her? I know Jenna's Pizza.
Jenna Green.
No.
Yeah, she's cut.
I love you, Jenna.
Why are we shouting Jenna out?
She's awesome.
Who is Jenna?
She's well, her husband and his family have been customers, and then she became friends with Amanda, and she's quirky, and you'd love her.
Okay.
Total conspiracy theorist, right? If you talk to
no wonder you love her.
No, everything.
Both of you fucking guys.
Everything. Loch Ness Monster to ETs to everything. She's in for a penny, in for a pound. You'll love her.
Is that our sponsor?
Today?
Shout out. Free shout out to our friend. She's a great hairstylist, and you'll love her.
She cuts hair.
Yep. She's on US 1 in Melbourne.
I might have to find a new person to cut my hair once I finally get based up here.
Based here.
So I might have to give it a check it out thing.
Yep.
You got to remember that one. Or you got to remind me like, hey, we have someone that cuts hair. Check her out.
We have someone. It's all about networking, but yes, we do. We have somebody that cuts hair.
Okay.
So
cool. All right. So is that it for sponsor time?
I guess.
Now, topics of personal...
Oh, wait. You said somebody else passed away. You said the Dennis the Menace.
Oh, yeah. If you're that old, the actor which again I don't have a name for, and we don't have anybody here who can use a laptop or anything to look it up. That guy
Don't look at me.
who was a kid, I tried not to, but I feel like my energy towards you felt that. Bitch. That guy.
We're talking
dead.
about the original black and white.
Black and white.
All right.
Which I think for us was still reruns.
This is
on
not
TV.
This is not the This is not the little kid from the Walter Matthau movies.
No.
Okay?
What happened to that guy?
I don't know. He was a child.
But yeah, Dennis the Menace is dead.
Jesus.
That's all we need. Dennis the Menace.
D-E-D.
It's
dead.
a new world. Nobody pays attention to shit any longer than they have to. So, what was that from? D-E-D.
D-E-D.
What
dead.
movie? What movie? Why is it not coming to me?
I don't know. It's eluding me too. We're losing.
All right.
We're losing ground.
Topics of personal experience. Amanda?
So I just had my eye surgery.
Next. What
really,
about you,
it's a procedure, though. They don't really call it a surgery, but...
it's a LASIK procedure, right? LASIK with laser?
Yes and no. It's not...
What did they fucking do?
So what they did is my eye was bulging. The lens was coming off the cornea. And the problem is it can actually pop off, and then you need a cadaver cornea. So I was like, cut me, Mick, cut me.
That
I
was
was just
cool. Like some fucking comic book shit.
I don't need that.
That might have made you a superhero or super something.
It's okay. I'm an average person. I'll take this. But the issue was that the more...
What do you think, that they're going to give her like a display with the crosshairs?
You could be like on some Deathlock shit or something dope.
Terminator?
Terminator? You see what I'm saying? I'm not the only one that thought that. That could have been some like, oh shit, we have...
I needed to change my name to Sarah Connor if that happened. All right.
You couldn't fucking...
Sarah Connor?
No way. You're not no damn Sarah Connor.
Do it, Ninny.
What? Sarah Connor? Give me your clothes, your boots.
Your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
Give it to me now. Listen, I don't have time for you. Chop, chop. That's how it should have gone. Hey.
I'm starting to notice a trend with our podcast, and hopefully everybody can keep up with it. But I don't think we can keep topic. It's like 2 minutes.
Who cares?
And then it's like...
Who cares? We can't.
So, are we still talking about personal experience, or are we on the freestyle?
Hold on, let me finish this. Like, so
we're freestyling.
Go ahead with your fucking eye. Hurry up.
Okay, it's called cross-linking. So basically, what happens is they cut into the eye, they put another lens, and push the actual lens of your eye down, and then basically they glue the hell out of it. Now that's why I'm like very foggy. So
Foggy Nelson, shout out to you.
Stupid.
What?
You lost that explanation was only like 9 or 10 seconds, but already you'd lost him.
That's true. He's a goldfish, man. It's less than 3 seconds.
Fuck you.
Let me look at you with my good eye.
Oh God, fuck off. Please fuck off.
Okay, so basically, I've already had the procedure done on the other eye, but this eye, I had the astigmatism in it, and it's been rough. Like, it's still foggy. The other eye on day 3, I could see at least clearly. That's not happening with this one. So.
But the surgery on this one took 3 times as long.
Yeah, so it usually takes a little over an hour, and I was in there for almost 3 hours. It was like 2 hours and 40 minutes. They just couldn't get the pressure of my eye in the range that they need it, basically. So the laser they use is to harden the actual material that they put drops in your eye every 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes until they get the pressure that they need in the eye. So this eye just gave them hell. They were like, yep, nope, not yet. And I was like, this isn't good.
I hope it fucking worked, because I'm sick and tired. Everything fucking... Ugh. You're like a fucking... the medical world's wet dream. You have like everything. Your eyes are fucked. You've got that Italian disease, Mediterranean fever, whatever that bullshit is.
Mediterranean
like,
disease, yeah.
You're just...
Thalassemia.
Every fucking day, it's like, it's this, it's that, it's this. I'm like, is there anything at all about you that's like, my teeth feel good? Like, anything?
No,
as a matter of fact, I got a toothache.
Yeah, she's got a
See
bad
what I'm
cavity.
fucking saying? Jesus Christ.
Bad cavity.
When was the last time you went to a dentist?
Last year, it was
year before last one.
Wow.
last year.
Wow.
I went to the dentist.
And did what? Just a cleaning? What?
No, when we went to Costa Rica, we had all that.
Well, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go to abroad to take care of shit. God only knows it's affordable, but case in point, why sometimes you just keep that shit close to home, because now you gotta what? Book a flight back to Costa Rica so they can what? Clean your teeth and fill a cavity?
But I don't know if it's
That's
a cavity
excessive.
because it's like it's hurting my jaw. So I
Oh,
don't
let's
know
hope it's not a root canal.
And that's the thing. If it is a root canal, my ass is going down to Costa Rica because the
I don't blame you, but fuck, now you got to go through all that for to pull a fucking tooth out. I'll pull that shit out. You got pliers?
Yeah, pretty much.
Call it a day. Couple
Pretty
of fucking
much,
Vicodin.
And be done. Yeah, I got some Oxy. Why not?
You have what?
Oxy.
Do you really?
Yeah, for this procedure, they give you Oxy.
Are you taking any of it?
Yeah, I had to. Honestly,
I was just thinking sales. You got Oxy.
No, I'm not gonna.
That probably shouldn't be public record,
dealer.
but whatever.
You fucking hood rat. You.
I was already working it out. Like, what does it cost right now on the sidewalk?
You know how different things are. You were telling him about your procedure, and he clocked out like within 8 seconds. As soon as you said Oxy, what?
What? He perked up. Yeah. What?
You got rock?
Why do you guys always attack me?
Listen, I was just giving you my personal experience. That's my personal experience.
So how does your eye feel now?
It still feels like there's a foreign object in it because there is. But my checkup is on Wednesday morning.
Oh, that's when I go back
7 a.m.
That's when I go back south too. But I'll be there before you guys for sure. Well, maybe not.
I don't know because
the way who's driving you? The way you drive, yeah, I'll be passing you guys, no problem.
You won't pass me once. You're gonna see my taillights the whole way. Look at me. Hey.
You drive bad. Like your driving
Really?
sucks. Amanda?
Well, you know what? Hey,
back me up. Just
my driving sucks. You bleed like Miley.
So all of our 3 viewers at home may or probably won't get that
Thank
reference
you for watching.
or why it even makes sense to us.
You bleed like Miley.
And you're going to do it again.
And what? And it's funny to us.
So you know what's funny is I think you nail it. Like you say it almost perfect. Don't do it again.
One more time.
No. Can you do it without laughing now though? You're not going to be able to.
You bleed like Miley.
You can't, see?
Wait.
When you're about to laugh, it's forced and it's not the same.
You bleed like Miley.
Stop.
Miley.
Let's talk about something you want to talk about. So, how about a personal experience for you, Nooner?
Of the last few days?
Or something. What boggles you right now?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking about at work. I've got a lot of custom jobs have been coming through in the last month, 2 months, and I'm
That's good. That's bread. That's scratch.
Yeah, but I'm juggling a lot of balls. I'm at the point where I'm right on.
Huevos?
Yeah.
Huh?
Don't do it.
What? Marbles? Huevos? No, but it's a strange thing, and like
Tell them what you told me.
Like think about it this way, and it's hard. It's fascinating, but it's hard to understand and accept. When your business grows, right? There's a point where you literally cannot do it by yourself anymore, right?
And then you outsource it all like you do now.
But you don't outsource anything except for pave.
Miami.
Pave. Well, I don't do simple setting in Miami. I do only pave because it's a lot of stones, and pave experts, that's all they do.
Yeah.
And I'm not fast, so
Or an expert.
Yeah, so it would take me forever. So pave I will outsource.
Which, by the way, he's not joking. You have to be an expert to do some of the settings. Like there's a invisible set. You really have to be like doing it for
money
years.
to do it.
Oh,
You got to be the shit.
And as a matter of fact, the best setters don't do anything else. Nothing. That's all they do is they don't do any repairs of any sort. So it's just like you remember the skit where they show Lucille Ball with the chocolate, Well, the thing is that everybody that's been working there can do it that fast or whatever, but newbies, no way. It's the same thing. It's just repetition. But
he's going to a class this year to get some more training for setting, but he won't be doing that for a couple of years, even after doing the class.
I hope that in a couple of years you're not doing that, period.
Nah.
None of us are possibly doing what we're doing, period.
I would love to.
I would hate to see you live and die behind that fucking bench.
I'll tell you what, I watched the podcast with Bert Kreischer, right? And I think to myself, bro, I don't want to put him down, but like he's coasted like 10 years on one great skit. And I'm thinking to myself, no, I really don't want to put him down, right? Or whatever. He probably is a very nice guy and all this kind of stuff, but I look at it and I'm like, I think I can do everything he does.
I hope right now that this episode is actually recording with sound.
That would be great.
That is the thing that is like scratching the back of my brain right now.
And
like,
if it does, will you be happy?
It's a possibility.
Okay, but
however,
if it does, would you be ecstatic?
It's a possibility. Again, I'm trying to not
think about it.
Yes, and make myself like, we're there, because you guys always seem to disappoint me.
Yes, and we do it on purpose. Of course we do. It's all about you.
Yeah, so we're doing this on purpose?
It's all for you.
You guys are trying to piss me the fuck off.
It's all
on the
for
podcast
you, Damien.
On purpose.
All for you.
Let's put one thing out there.
This guy was in a fucking hurry. I just hope that this thing's actually recording for once. But I'm the asshole.
Yeah, but remember, that's what I said. I said why? I said at the very beginning, he's an asshole. Like at the very beginning, because he didn't want to wait. He didn't. You just record.
Yeah,
so
we should have did the test like we always forget to fucking do.
Yeah, I know. I know this.
Oh, did we forget to do a test?
Where the fuck were you, asshole? You were sitting here the whole time like, let's do it. Let's get it on. Come on. Come on. That was you. When it should have been, all right, let's do a quick little 2 minutes. Let's make sure we're banging the bullets, and then let's get on with it. But
hold on.
Apparently, you got an appointment somewhere.
You're bringing that up at 1 hour and 2 minutes.
I've been thinking it the whole fucking time.
Then you should have brought it up like 4 minutes.
So now it's my fault. I'm wrong.
Yes.
Let's make something clear. It's my fault because I'm producing all of this shit, and I should have just said no to you.
She's producing.
Yeah, I don't know why you bow, kneel, yield to this fucking piece of trash.
Hey,
I don't
can
get
I have a swig of that?
See?
Go fuck yourself.
Fuck no. That's right. Tell him to go fuck himself again.
Go fuck yourself.
Perfect. Fuck you.
Peace.
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 This motherfucker.
This guy is so disgusting. And I have to fucking sit right here every time. I can't wait till we make some money on this so we can get like separate rooms or something.
Look at me.
Remote might be the way to do this.
For us, it would be great. For us.
I can't imagine you have to live in the same house with him.
And break
you
bread.
have to go to work with him.
Yeah, it's really tough with me cooking. And
do you know how many times he said stuff to me, and I'm like, Danny, I said that, and he's like, no, you didn't.
I've been there.
It's really tough.
I've been there. For that.
It's really tough. Last night I made her pasta carbonara. It's terrible living with me.
Wow.
So I.
Well, yeah, because you're never gonna fucking make that. But I mean, that's like one check mark in your corner.
I'll take what I got.
Look, I literally said, because remember, I'm still recovering with this stupid thing, right? And I was really cloudy, but
I wonder how long we're gonna sit on that fucking crutch too.
Hopefully,
my eyes.
Look at him trying to tag team both of us.
How much longer do you think that'll go?
I think until Wednesday. Hopefully, he gives me something to clear it a little bit more up.
Because I can already see it like 6 months from now. Dude, my eyes, like Amanda, that was 6 months ago.
I wasn't like that with the other eye. What are you talking about? Ow! In the ears, dude!
See, he's a fucking piece of shit.
Yes, he is.
I did that on purpose. Yes, I did.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
We rest our case.
I will have both of you know I will not stand for this.
Stand for
Well, you don't fucking stand hardly ever anyway.
I will stand for that. You're out of order!
You're out of order. This whole fucking place is
This
out of
whole
order.
place.
How did that line go in that movie? That was Pacino.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be some of his best.
And Justice for All.
I don't know that I would agree with that statement.
This son of a bitch or whatever, piece of shit did this. I'm out of it. This whole quad is out of order.
Hey, are those wings like? Is that dinner?
Oh yeah, we gotta.
Do you think that's enough wings?
I think they might be done.
Oh wait, did you already put them in
Yeah.
the oven and everything?
Yeah, you did. Or they might need a flip or something.
All right. Do we want to cut this one short or?
No, it's too early.
Well, those wings are gonna fucking go to hell then. I mean,
It
it's
hasn't.
food.
It's we've been recording for 35 minutes.
But
When
he
did you
put
put
those
them in the
things
oven?
before he came in here. Like he was sitting on the couch already, being lazy.
I better go take a look. Let me go take a look while you
Yeah.
guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can talk in the meantime.
Yeah, we can.
The thing about him yesterday, right, is I specifically asked him, "Hey, do you need help mixing it up?" And what I meant is like there's a part when you're putting together the cheese and the egg together, and you're actually whisking it together and adding a little bit of liquid so it like comes out nice and smooth and custardy, right? He says, "No, I leave. I go back to bed." Okay?
No one's talking to you.
That's
her defense. I went back to bed.
No one's talking to you.
So I'm like, okay, cool, right? I leave, go to bed. No joke. 5 minutes later, he starts screaming at the top of his lungs.
Like he does.
Right? And I'm just like, what? He's like, "You're never here when I need you." And I'm like,
I didn't realize this was a fucking pro kitchen. Like you need a sous chef?
it was bad. And even Mom was like, "Fuck it, I don't want the pasta." She looked at me like, "Well, what the hell is the matter with him?" And I'm like, "You made this son of a bitch."
Fucking tyrant. You think he's ever gonna change? Fuck no. When did he? Okay, can you pinpoint exactly when your brother became just such a piece of shit?
I can tell you it's when we had to take over the store. When he realized that Dad was
checked out.
checked out.
Really?
He never wanted to be a jeweler. Never. I mean, he does have talent.
Yeah, but he never fucking did anything about it.
And it's his.
He was just lazy, man.
And it's not even like the laziness thing. We had parents that, Sicilian parents don't encourage their kids.
Yeah, I didn't have much of that either.
So when I say that he had the talent to do anything he wanted, but he was just
whatever, meh. That sucks.
But that was the moment I think he became a complete dick, because he took on the responsibility of the actual bench, which my dad had, and he never sat at the bench before. I mean, he had to literally learn quickly. So I think that was the moment he started to just be like, what a dick. Besides that, I think it's also the whole thing with Mom getting sick and losing Dad the way he did. He was still recovering in the hospital when Dad died. I mean, I literally, for the first time ever, used FaceTime, and it was to show Noonie Dad in the hospital bed, because, I called Mom because they were on their way back from the surgery because Noonie had the hip replacement. And I told her, Dad's asking me to go to the hospital. And I said, I don't know what to do. Should I take him to the hospital? And she said, if he's asking to go to the hospital, go to the hospital. So I took him to the hospital. Now, my aunt, I call her my aunt, my father's cousin, Leah, she, works with elderly patients. So she was like, I'll meet you there and I'll come in, right? And when we went into the emergency room, they felt his stomach and he, groaned. And they're like, oh, it's gallstones. And I was just like, okay, look, my father has a history of heart problems, and I know sometimes it presents as stomach problems. So I immediately asked the doctor. I was just like,
check again. Get me somebody else.
And I said, look, I know you think it's gallstones, but I know for a fact that sometimes it presents as like, stomach pain. And the doctor was like, no, it's gallstones. I was like, look, if it's gallstones, I don't care. But if it's the heart, I fucking care. And he's like, no, it's gallstones, right? They put him on a floor that had absolutely no heart monitors. They put him on the 3rd floor at Holmes. I know, it's weird, right? And he had a heart attack. He had heart failure and just died.
Did I not ever know all that? There's no way in hell. No, because I wouldn't forget a story like that. I never heard that.
Yeah, it's not something you like to revisit. But
in fact, I don't even think I recall how he passed. I just knew Dad's dead. What? What the fuck? No way.
So we so again, like he was okay. We were talking to him. He was coherent. Everything right. The weird thing is, for the first time ever in my lifetime, ever, everyone from the family showed up to come visit him that day. Everyone. My cousin Adri, her husband, my cousin Melanie, which never happens.
What happened to Dad when I went to the hospital that one time? Was that for that? No way.
No, it was heart failure.
When I saw his ass.
Yeah, that was heart failure.
Was that at the same time?
No.
That was a different time.
That was a different time.
No, I'm like, what?
So, like I said, it was weird because what happened is that everyone came to see him. His sister came to see him. The whole family came to see him. So it
was kind of in the air almost.
It was weird.
In a weird way.
It was weird.
Like in a movie sense. Like, this is going somewhere.
And when it happened, it was like they literally said, okay, we're just monitoring the gallstones and seeing when they pass.
So they were still saying gallstones, or did he have gallstones too?
Well, they said gallstones. Okay, they were monitoring him. That's all they were doing.
I'm like, wait.
So the problem for me was I was at ease because they kept on saying, oh, it's just gallstones. It's not that big a deal. So in the meantime, Mom across the road from the hospital was like a rehab center, and then he was literally being driven by Mom all the way from the Mayo Clinic to that rehab center. So she was right across the street. So
this is when he had his hip replaced?
Yep.
Wow, why is it for me in my memory like this is all stretched out a little further, not one thing compounding on top of the other?
Yeah, no, it was literally the same.
Because your brother at the funeral was standing and everything like normal.
No, he literally had just had the surgery. That's why, like...
Because I had my knee surgery then, and I had I was still on crutches.
And if you remember, Bobo, Chris, Crazy Dave, all of them were the pallbearers.
And me. I threw my
even
crutches
you with your crutch, right?
I threw my crutches on the grass.
So
just walked with a bad fucking knee to that man's final resting place.
And it's because he had just had the hip surgery. He couldn't do the pallbearing.
Or maybe I just put that in a part of my brain like I do other things that I just don't
want to think about it. It's me too.
Yeah.
But the incredible thing about it was he literally passed within minutes of, because we had just been sent by the nurses. They're like, oh no, you can go grab something to eat. He'll be fine. And it's the reason I can't eat at. Sorry for mentioning this. But it's absolute truth. It's why I can't eat at Makoto's anymore. We were eating at Makoto's, and as we're like we finished, Mom's like, I want to bring him some scallops. And I looked at her. I'm like
Mom, he can't eat scallops.
Right? I was like, Mom, you can't bring him freaking scallops into the. And I get the call, and they're like, hey, you need to come here right now. And I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, he's something, he's progressing. And we're like, progressing for what? And literally, my mom didn't make the elevator to go see him. By the time we got up there, he was gone.
So he was in a part of the hospital that wasn't suited for heart attacks.
Correct.
And then this all sounds like a lawsuit to me.
He was 82.
But still, that doesn't make it like, oh, okay.
They really don't care.
This smells of something.
Trust me, they really don't care. You think we didn't check? We checked immediately. As soon as they said, how old was he? 82. They're like, yeah.
I'd be fucking on speed dial with a lawyer. Like, no, that's not the attitude you're supposed to have in a hospital.
We really.
You don't go to the hospital to like, oh, yeah, he's on his last foot. No, you go to the hospital to revive, to prolong, to fix.
He had a do not resuscitate order because the absolute.
What?
So my dad only had a third of his heart working. That's it.
Ugh.
So he knew that if he was resuscitated and the heart took a hit like that the rest of his life would be.
He'd be fucked.
So at that point, he was like, no, I don't want to resuscitate. Let me go with the Lord. Let me just go to heaven.
Why does this piss me off?
It's because it's negligence on a large scale, and it's someone we loved. So no matter what, like, I don't know if you knew my father or like anyone ever met my father, they would tell you my father was like a lovable bear. Everybody freaking loved him. It was one of those things of I had complete strangers coming to that I didn't recognize, I didn't know because they had been customers of my father's. And I posted something like on the store answering machine, and I put a note on the door at our jewelry store that he had passed away, and complete strangers I didn't even know showed up that they had to open a spillover room for his funeral. People I don't know, they showed up for my dad's funeral. He was everyone loved him, and to hear that he was disrespected in such a way that they didn't even put him in, the heart ward, even with all of the data that they had, because he'd been to that hospital so many freaking times in my lifetime.
Yeah, there's something absolutely wrong about that. No. That was totally misfucking handled and all that nonsense. I'm fucking stunned you guys didn't do anything after the fact.
We tried to. We did. We contacted a lawyer. I mean, we even asked one of our friends, I won't mention.
Yeah, because he's not paying the bills yet either.
Or she is,
Oh, fuck that bitch. Definitely not name dropping that.
So when we asked, she was like, yeah, it's negligence, but you're talking about over a decade in lawyer fees, and you probably have to find a lawyer outside of this area because no one wants to piss off the actual hospital that would service them. See, that's the thing. Lawyers are afraid to go after hospitals because it's the hospital they would have to use.
Yeah, you probably should have gone to what's-his-face, the big guy who's in he's on a commercial every 5 minutes on TV. I'm not going to name drop them either, but it's like, well, I guess I'd have to. What is it now? Morgan & Morgan, for the people, offices, Orlando.
And believe it or not, I think he was actually a customer of my father's or something like that at one point. Because... Dad had been in this area since 1968, so he knew.
He founded this area.
It's so ridiculous. Even people today, they remember the restaurant that Dad started to basically have family come over and legally be here. So like people, I told you about the story when me and Logan were at the courthouse. You don't remember the story at all?
Maybe not. I'm sure you have. My brain's fucked.
So Logan got a speeding ticket. So she calls me and be like, hey, I got a speeding ticket. Can you take me to the courthouse because I don't want to get another speeding ticket.
I don't want to get another one going to pay for the first one.
So I pick her up, and it was not that far as time-wise from 9/11. So they had just put up all of the clear bulletproof glass around all of the sections for the clerks and all that stuff. So all of us are in line, and the lady's behind the counter, just dealing with the customer, and she glances over, right, and looks back to her client in front of her, and she does a double take looking down the line. So all of us just turn around. We're like, who's she looking at, right? And so we're like, is there a terrorist among us? Like, who's in this line that she's like doing these double takes with? So I guess she couldn't take it anymore. So she kept doing it, and all of us were just looking. We're like, who's the
fuck is going on?
Yeah, all of us are like, who's the terrorist? Who's got the gun? What's going on, right? And she goes, and she looks down the line like that, and she goes, you, all of us, turn around, every single one of us. And then she goes, no, you. And I do the, me? And she goes, yeah, you. And I'm like, I don't look like a fucking terrorist.
What?
Like, what did I do? So I walk over, and she goes, come here. And I'm like, what? And she goes.
And this is the clerk, the judge, what?
This is the clerk.
Okay.
And I walk over, and I'm like, what? What did I do? What's going on? And she goes, does your mother own a restaurant or used to own a restaurant? Now, you have to understand, my mother did own the restaurant with my father before I was born.
Mm.
So when she said that, my first thing was like, no. And then I went, wait. Yes, but before I was born.
Like, how the fuck do you know me?
And she goes, is your mother's name Enza? And I go, what the hell? I'm like, yeah. And she goes, your mother makes the best lasagna in the world. And I'm like, what the heck? What?
You don't even know me.
And she goes, you look just like your mother.
God.
And I was just like, I do? And she's like, yeah. She's like, your mother, that restaurant was so busy. I can't believe how many people like don't know about it. And we don't want to tell people because it's so good. And then it'll get really busy, but it's already busy. And I was like, my mother hasn't had the restaurant in like 40 years. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like it's over.
But she's like, if your mother ever opens a restaurant again, you tell me.
Oh my God. Wow.
So
did it help with the ticket?
Yeah, it actually did. Like, it really did. Like, when we went up, we were just like, yeah, I was like, this is my best friend, and she kind of, she basically lives with us.
But my mom owned the restaurant.
And she's like, no, let me help you out. But she did. She helped us out.
Wow.
It was the funniest crap I've ever, like, it was one of those moments she was just like, especially Logan.
Wow.
Logan was just like, the Enza the Enforcer? You love
Enza
her?
The Enforcer. That already sounds like some cheap-ass Netflix movie.
It was literally what she called him.
Enza the Enforcer.
And she would just be like, she would look at me and be like, I need to get a sign that says, Enza, be nice. Enza, be nice.
Enza the Enforcer. Wow.
So, I mean, to live in an area where it's like they know you without knowing you, yeah, you've been there a freaking long time. Your family is established.
You were an early settler. Where is this piece of shit? Hey!
Hey!
Are you fucking coming back?
He'll be back.
When? It doesn't take that long to pull wings from an oven or flip them and put them back in. Like,
you moved too soon.
He's either taking another shit, he's eating, or he's sitting out there because he's like, this is going nowhere.
I told him to come back. But the one thing I wanted to tell you about the whole hospital thing with Dad, right? When you have something like a DNR, the absolute truth of it is they will not help you.
Well, duh, it's a DNR.
No. I mean, even like when they're just like, oh, well, he's not comfortable. They won't give him shit.
No, see, that's not right. I don't think that's how that works.
It's one of those things that are like, oh, yeah, but,
They have to do, in my mind, I'm thinking, they have to help you, period. That's why you're there. It's when you finally like, oh, shit, he's in a coma. Or he just had a heart attack, and he doesn't seem to be wanting to wake up. That's when you do not resuscitate. Not like, oh, he's got a DNR, so fuck this guy. Just let him lay there till he dies. Man, I'm pretty sure that's not how that works.
It's pretty much what happened, though.
I get that. That's what it sounds like happened, but I'm pretty sure that's not how it was supposed to happen.
But from what I heard, right?
And if I'm wrong, then holy shit. Like, I do not have an understanding of, like, the legal system. Well, I definitely don't have one of that. But, like, I'm just... My view of the world is completely skewed then. Because
I didn't think it was... I thought you just helped them until you...
You kept them going till they were like, okay, now we're, like, flatline. Enough chest compressions, enough shocks. Like, there's the DNR. Like, okay, we've done all that we could to the point of no return.
So, from what I understood, any kind of medical intervention, like if he, like
you're still alive, okay. The job's to keep me alive. It's when I finally go to that corner of the science that's like, now we can't resuscitate this person. Now we can't help. But the guy fucking walked in there.
He walked in. He walked in.
So it's like, oh, well, he's gonna die in 10 minutes. That's not how that works.
It was one of those things of when
I'm pretty sure that's not how that works. I'd bet the farm that's not how that works.
When I told the lady, I was like, he had a history of heart problems. She said to me, then why the hell is he on this floor? She looked at me and said, then why is he here? And I told her because the doctor said it's gallstones. And she said he would still need to be in the heart ward, not here. And I said, then why was he put here? I said, when I was 6 years old and he had a massive heart attack, he came to this hospital. It hasn't changed hands. Mm-hmm. It was this hospital. And they were just like, well, I don't know. I can't tell you that. And I was like, of course you can't tell me that because you're not going to go behind your doctors.
Because the lawyers of this hospital are going to beat your ass later for saying anything besides that.
It was one of those situations where she told me he should not be here. He should not be here. And I was like, well, you placed him here. If you nurses...
See, that smells ridiculously fishy to me. All of it.
You want to hear the worst part?
I do not understand how this didn't go anywhere else.
To give you an idea of how messed up the medical system is in this country.
I live in this country. I understand how fucking stupid it is.
No. Not to this level, right? Dad had an episode where the closest hospital he was the Cape Canaveral Hospital. Okay, so Mom took him there because it was the closest one, and they put him on a floor again with no heart monitors, right? But then they injected him with something. Italian people, the way we think and function, right? All of us would do like turns, staying in the room with him. So Mom that night stayed with him, first night in there, after they gave him this shot. No heart monitors, mind you. In the middle of the night, she starts hearing this sound, and she, wakes up, right? And she realizes it's my father, and she starts shaking him. Mimo. Mimo is, Dominic nickname in Italian. Mm-hmm. So she says, I shook him, and he wasn't responding, so I turned on the light, and he's blue in the face, and he's like... he was going into anaphylactic shock. She had to go out into the hallway and literally yell and grab nurses to come inside and help him. Here's the kicker. Get ready for this. I'm gonna grab your reaction for this, right? The paperwork, right, of what the shot was and what caused him to go into anaphylactic shock, we never got. They never gave us the paperwork. We asked for it for 4 months, and they would not give it to us. Because they would have had to admit
they fucked up.
And they put him on a ward with no heart monitors.
How are you people... I do not understand it. You guys should be rolling in fucking cash right now. With these two fucking stories alone. There's just...
It was so bad. Ninny tried to go down there and talk to the head nurse of the hospital and try and figure out what he was allergic to that caused that reaction, right? And she says, I can't even find the paperwork.
Of course not. It's gone. Oh, see how you fucking guys piss me off, man?
Yeah, but your family...
There's no fucking way. Even as disconnected as I am with my own fucking family, If something as fucking just ridiculous as that would have happened, I will not stop. Ever. Like a fucking Terminator. I will continue. There's just no fucking way that those chain of events would have led me to where it led you guys, and then there would have been no, like, action. There's
No
just
recourse.
no fucking
Yeah,
way.
I know.
There's no fucking way. I do not understand it. For as big a pain in the ass as you fucking guys are, I do not understand how you guys let that one punch you in the face.
Well, it's not like...
I don't get it. I don't.
It's not like we didn't try. Like I said, it's the good old boy system in the medical industry around here especially.
I'd have burned that bitch to the ground. There's just no fucking way.
So, well, you know, it's the same stuff over and over for us when it comes to anything like that. Anything, like, you remember we had the house, like, on Ocean Spray, and we lost that house. Do you remember anything about that?
The house on Ocean Spray. I'm trying to remember where the fuck Ocean Spray is. Oh, over there on the beach.
Yeah.
I think I've been to that house once or twice, but yes.
So what happened with that is Dad paid the insurance agent with cash.
Actually, no, I'd never been to that house. I was just there to try to help you guys, like, demo, flip it, whatever.
Yeah. We were renovating it.
The early days of Expanse.
So what happened with that is Dad was dead set that he was going to die at 62. Like, his father died at 62. His brother died at 62. He's like, I'm dying at 62, right? And he had a crisis, basically. And he sold our house in Melbourne Beach and bought this, right? When he bought that house, it was just before the 2004 hurricanes, okay? He paid the insurance for that house in cash. When the hurricanes came through and destroyed the house, right? Because we were renovating, right? It took everything. It took the roof off. It took everything off of that house. When that happened, let me assure you one thing. We went to the insurance company. The insurance company claimed they never got paid. Dad, like...
No receipt?
And that was it. We lost the house because of that. We just lost the house.
Unfucking believable.
So all of that stuff is just our bad luck. Like, honest to God, I believe that if God did not love my father, we would honestly be living under a bridge right now.
Dude, not that I want to go back down that rabbit hole from the beginning again, but we just had a very... and maybe it's me the way I process things and put things away in my brain, that I forgot all that with Dad, but we just went, like...
Deep.
We went fucking Pacific Ocean deep on Dad's last days and shit. And
he didn't remember that
and I think,
just had the surgery.
Yeah, I didn't. I totally. I definitely put that, like, away somewhere because it almost feels fresh to me. But inside somewhere, it's like it's really like.
He had surgery. It was at least 2 months.
My knee surgery. We're talking about you. Apparently, you just came out from hip surgery.
Pop had already also had he had a small deviated septum, and that was like 2 months, maybe 3 months before he passed.
But yeah, again, not to rehash all that, but that's what we've basically been the entire time you were gone doing whatever.
It was there's no masking that it couldn't have happened at a worse time for me. It was the worst day of my life, and it wasn't just the worst day of my life. Because my dad passed away, I was at my lowest, right, in a facility with a hip replacement, nobody around, you know.
Lot yourself.
Yeah,
I
was in the kitchen. By the way, the wings done. I flipped them, barbecue sauce on them.
Nice.
Cool. They look pretty good.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not. Do we want to just move on to the next thing without trying to be funny about? Like, you know how I'm always making light of something.
I always tell people this is that, and I think this is important. Unless your parents were super dicks that they don't deserve redemption, and there are people out there that had terrible parents. But if you had parents who were worth a damn, and you've been disinformed from them for whatever reason, make the time to spend with them or call them or let them know that you appreciate them, because on that last day, and I can tell you this, me and Amanda, I don't think we could have been better children to our father, right? We doted on him. You know we did, right?
Yeah.
But you still, even us, have moments where, like, I could have not gone out. I could have stayed more time. You still second guess yourself like crazy. And we have nothing to feel guilty about us, right?
Yeah,
we
no,
literally, we love that man. We I don't even know what the word, I don't want to say that we worshipped him, but there's got to be few fathers that were more loved than ours.
He was our North Star.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was your constant.
So, but I'm saying us that don't have any regrets still feel woulda, shoulda, coulda. Please don't leave it to the last minute, because if I feel like this, imagine what you will feel like with regrets.
I was just telling him also that the first time ever that I used FaceTime was when you were in the rehab center and I had you FaceTime with Dad. It was the last time he saw Dad.
Yeah. It was important to me, and I don't know what it would have been, because I got the chance to say I love you. My last words to my father were the perfect words. And I wouldn't have had that if she hadn't thought to FaceTime me, because I was stuck in a rehab facility with a hip replacement at age 39.
Mm-hmm.
It was really tough. But it was one of those things, too. I was like, I don't know why, but I was just like, I'm going to FaceTime Noonie. I'm like, Dad, let me show you this. You know, you can see Noonie, even though, and he's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, let me show you. You can actually see him. And it was the first time Noonie actually managed to use the phone the way he needed to. I was like, thank God. And he managed to pick up the FaceTime call. And the first time my brother FaceTime was the last conversation he had with my father.
The first and last electronic brilliance from your brother was that.
I think that's God's hand. Let me tell you something, because you know how bad he is.
Yeah, because he's fucking stupid with a phone.
He's bad with technology across the board. So, I mean, the fact that he managed to do it, that his phone was charged, that everything, like...
Oh, I didn't even think of that part, yeah.
It was...
Wow.
I was like, thank God it happened. Like later, like many years later, he was like, I never thanked you for that, but I was like, thank you for thanking me. But I mean, he's my dad too. He wanted to see his son. I think he knew something was happening, like my dad.
Yeah.
You didn't want to hear something else that was crazy? We were in the same room. Me at the Mayo Clinic after the hip replacement, and my father in the heart cardio side of the hospital. We're in the same room.
Well, we've established that he was in the wrong part of the hospital to begin with, right?
Yeah, he was in the third floor.
Which is the part that pisses me off.
Remember, he wasn't in the cardio side at all.
His heart just gave out finally, I think is what it is.
I'm not going to go down that again because
when he had gotten out of the hospital with the last congestive heart failure, because he had 3 heart attacks.
Was that the Cape Canaveral time? The last time?
No. Amanda went to Cape Canaveral. Dad never.
Was that the first time?
No, remember when Dad went to Cape Canaveral and he had that anaphylactic shock?
You had anaphylactic shock at Cape Canaveral Hospital.
No, it was
with
Dad.
Adri. You were with Adri.
No, that's when I was a baby. That's a different time.
You weren't a baby. You were like 9 years old.
Okay. The point is that apparently Dad was at Cape Canaveral.
We've established my health is garbage.
On a heart issue that turned into that.
No, remember, they thought it was gallstones.
Again.
That wasn't Cape Canaveral Hospital. That was at
Holmes
Regional.
You're confusing stories. Listen to me.
Oh,
remember when Mom took Dad to the Cape Canaveral one and she stayed the night and Dad had that, right? It's because they injected him with something and he went into anaphylactic shock.
I don't remember this at all.
Wow. We just had a fucking almost, hour-long conversation about this. And...
You really don't remember this story.
I do remember that Mom stayed one night and something went wrong, and if she hadn't have been there, he would have died.
We'd have lost him.
But I do not remember it being at Cape Canaveral Hospital. Why would we be at Cape Canaveral Hospital? We didn't live there. I don't remember that.
That was the closest one. Remember, you tried to get the files and we couldn't get them, but he was at the Cape Canaveral Hospital.
Wow.
I don't.
I think we should
But
just it's time to. I don't even want to press you enough.
But
talk about it,
he was a wonderful man, and I wish. I was just talking to my friend Jason. I'm not going to say his last name or whatever, but he came to my store. I've known him since high school. He used to be very heavy set like me, right? And he's down to like $172, 75 or something like that.
Have you asked him how he did that?
Yeah, he just worked his ass off. He's been gym and working out. I mean,
Wow.
the only way out is through, you know.
Yeah.
But
What are we gonna go
and then
through?
he says to me that he had a suicide attempt. You know, you do all this and you have a suicide attempt, and then he tells me that his dad was a super piece of shit, right? And the thing is that I've always felt lucky, but you don't know how lucky. You know, when you gotta, because a lot of people, they have monsters for parents, you know. But if you had decent parents, oh my God, just call them up and I'd say, I want to know how you were doing. Just give them something, because you don't even know how many regrets. Your mind plays woulda, shoulda, coulda like crazy when they're gone, like crazy. And I can tell you this too. My father had his first heart attack when Amanda was 4.
I think it was 6, but yeah.
I think you were very young. I think you were 4, right? Maybe 5. And then he had 3 more heart attacks. He had 3 heart attacks total, sorry. And he had 3 congestive heart failures.
Never went the pacemaker route?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, did he?
And we don't know.
My dad's got to have his replaced here pretty soon, actually.
And we don't know what happened with that, but when he came out of the hospital the last time, his doctor, Dr. McGrath, told us he's got 30% heart working.
We talked about
that. And when I remember being at the store when they told me that, and I just broke down crying in front of you and Chris. You know that it was while we were doing the renovation. It just I could not take, because you get a call like that, you say, you already know they're near death. There are people that can live 25, 30 years with that or whatever, but he lived another maybe 5 years.
I can't imagine what I'm going to do or how I'm going to react. I think I know how, if and when that time comes for me. But
it comes for all of us.
And we're not going down that rabbit hole about me and my relationships with family, especially mom and dad's. But I don't know.
I can just tell you though.
I don't know that I
can just tell you though, if you feel it in your spirit, hey, I should call my father or my mom or whatever. Don't fight the urge.
And you know what's funny?
Just do it.
You know what's not funny, but interestingly enough that you said that. I was away on business, 2 weeks ago? I had just left home, right, to go to the office.
Yeah.
And on my first layover, my first overnight away from home, I did exactly that. For some reason in my brain, my heart somewhere, I just felt compelled to call my mom.
Yeah.
And I'm never one to want to talk on the phone with her. Ever.
Yeah.
Because I don't. But I felt compelled that night in my hotel room to call and be like, Mom, I just wanted to say I love you.
That's your spirit talking to you.
That's it, right? My dad, I see him plenty, thanks to work now. And he calls me out of I'm a lonely old man boredom. Hey, when are you coming back? I'm like, I barely been gone 4 hours. But I'll be back in 3 days or 2 days, Dad. Shit like that.
That's cool.
But I felt compelled to call my mom. And
can I ask you a question?
No.
No.
We're not going to go there.
Why?
Freestyle's over.
We're not going to freestyle?
Not about my fucking childhood or anything right now.
No?
We've already done plenty about your dad.
Well, can I ask a question, though, about your childhood? I'm not trying to get deep. I'm not trying to get deep.
What?
So I have a question.
Always. You and Mom.
Because so is it okay if I talk a little bit about your childhood, or do you want to avoid it completely?
What? How deep are we gonna dive into this?
No, not too deep.
What? Go ahead. Just do it.
And so, it's always been a little bit weird to me the way that your family structure is because of the fact that you were adopted by your grandmother, who you call mom.
Right. Because that's the only way I've ever known it.
But the thing is that was she the one that insisted that you call her mom instead of grandma, or was there any fight to do that? Because things would have been simpler if you just left them by
there was a lot of
blood relation, I guess.
So depending on who you talk to, there was a lot of fighting in the background about aspects of, okay, how are we going to handle this?
Is it okay that I asked that?
Yeah, sure. We're not going to go that far into it. I'm not. But as long as I can remember, that's what I've known the caller. Like, I don't remember if there was a time where it was like, you got to call her mom. Call me mom. Like, that. If that was happening, I was complete infancy. Like,
okay.
It just, that's mom. Until we finally had, like, the sit down to break down, like, okay, this is really what's happening.
Right.
For you to know what and why we say things that we say, and you're just like, why do you say that? Which happened a bit when it came to my biological father. Because it would be one of those things like, hey, you're going to go spend the weekend with him, and I'm not going to shout his fucking name out, or any of them for that matter. Are you going to spend the weekend with your dad? And in my head, I'm like, I'm home with mom and dad.
Right.
So why do you guys keep saying that? But at that age, you just...
Did he ever...
Whatever,
Can
I
I ask
know.
a question? If did he ever try and play the father role to you at all?
Absolutely.
He did?
But the problem is...
It was too late?
I think one of the problems is that it either made no sense to me subconsciously because, again, I'd be like, why are you calling him dad? My dad. And no one would answer the question. Okay, so for me, it was like, okay, subject over. Yeah, he's picking me up at 12, whatever. And then he was never the guy that was like, call me dad. All three of us call him by his first name. And if you ask him, he prefers it that way. Like, I don't want to be called dad or pop. Doesn't make sense to me, but okie dokie. I'm, again, not going to argue. But he did. Like, I'm going over there for the weekend, then we're going to go out to eat. And here, I got you something for Christmas and shit like that. But behind the scenes, there's always been this power struggle for me, so to speak. And as I grew up, I'm like, and I finally know, like, oh, that's why we call him my dad and all this shit. But it was like all the shit talking that mom, grandma, would always pump in my head. And then my biological father's wife also had like her version of the story, and so did he. And so all the versions were always conflicting. And it's like no one could ever agree on a specific detail like, no, that's true, that's accurate. So growing up, it's like you got one end of the world that's pumping me in with like bullshit, lies, hate. And then you've got the other part of the world that's like, that's not true, it really went like this, it really went like that. And then it made a lot of things just like, so who the fuck's telling me the truth? And so that's always been the struggle. Like, so who the fuck is lying and who isn't? And then as I got older and I started to, you develop form. Like, oh, this guy's always been lazy and we all know that about him kind of shit. Same thing, like, all right, you've always been a bullshitter. And every time you talk to me, I know it's a half truth. I just have to figure out which is the half that's true. Every time you talk to me, it's 3/4 truth. And it's like, which one of those quarters is true? And I've always had to fight with that.
You had to do truth surgery.
And so now
that's a good way to put it.
And then and now talking about it, it became a thing of, I have a natural resentment, hate, whatever you want to call it, for my biological father because of all the shit that's been pumped in my brain. Not because I personally, like, I can't stand this fucking guy. Although, as I became older, there was always this, like, don't do that. Well, why? Because is not an answer. That would piss anybody off. And other little things like that growing up that developed a resentment for shit. Because I already had a very overprotective mom. And now I've got the place I go to get away to try to have some fucking fun, and now you're gonna try to take that away. Like, I want to go outside and play basketball. We can't. Why? Because we can't. That's not something you tell a fucking child. Like, give me a little more. Like, it's raining. I'm tired. Dinner's almost ready. Like, anything but because we can't.
He was exasperating.
What the fuck was that? And that's probably a dumb example, but that's a little bit of the, oh, this fucking guy.
I think it's because also, like, in your head, right? It's like me and Nuni. Like, I like, he's my sibling. I treat him like my sibling. Like, we fight like siblings. I think with you in your head, you're just like, no, you're just my brother. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't know.
Like,
and she's never told me to shut the fuck up.
And then, didn't you say that, like, earlier today? Anyway.
Never.
So, with me and my family, the reason I think why I close myself off is because I literally cannot trust any of them.
Yeah.
I just can't. I cannot.
That sucks.
And every time that things go on and things happen, and it's like we're all here, the reaction from them on, like, a specific subject is like, yep, you're her daughter, you're her son, like, and then my reaction is completely like, are you sure you adopted the right kid? Because there's no way in fucking hell I'm related to you people. There just isn't. It doesn't make sense. The sky is blue, and you guys all agree the sky is red. I do not understand your logic at all. I cannot understand your viewpoint on something. None of that. So
there's some core fuck.
I'm a total mind fuck, which, funny not funny, is probably a lot of what and how my brain is shaped to work, because I do not trust or count on anybody, especially personal family, besides the father that did raise me, who lives in Miami, that dad. And even then, it's like he wasn't 100%. He wasn't like the model fucking anything.
But he's the best at it.
But he was the most consistent one.
Yeah, he's the best.
He's the best of the worst.
Yeah.
And that's that. But even today, like, I'm hearing,
and then
I'm hearing things about my biological father. Like, he's not on a good part of the world right now, like, mentally, physically, anything. And it's like, there's a genuine, I don't give a fuck, but the human part of me that's like, guy, kind of cares. But there's so much I don't give a fuck that even saying, like, I care, it's a human life,
you're conflicted,
doesn't resonate. It doesn't, like, for me, nothing.
Conflicted, wow.
You know, it's one of those, like, he could pass on tomorrow. I'm not going to the funeral.
Wow.
Yeah, for what?
Wow.
For what?
It does sound to me like he dropped the ball a little bit.
I think he did, especially when my brothers came around. But I think a lot of that also had to do with the entire lifetime of struggle against mom. Because it was always like, he didn't get you anything for Christmas. Yes, I did. He didn't this. Well, yeah, he did. Or no, he didn't. Why are you saying he did?
I don't understand that. That's her son. Why would she play him against you?
Right.
I don't
But then
understand
if you ask on Monday who played who, oh, nobody. But then on Tuesday, well, actually, he played me. But then Wednesday, no, she played me. And then Thursday, no one played anybody. Like, where's it? It's a complete, yeah. And so
you shouldn't do that to children.
Who are you telling?
Yeah.
And then growing up like that in the fucking city and all that shit, it's no wonder, like, comic book saved my life. Yeah. Like, it's no wonder why at 44 now, I don't feel or want to act or think 44, because it's like it just hurts. It's like, why? Let me just continue to be in the safe space, like stupid shit like that, like the cards, the comics, the movies, because that's the safe space. It's bizarre. Now, have we stayed in New York and all that? God only knows who or what or where I'd be. I think me coming to Florida and deciding, no, I want to stay here, I want to go to school up the road, was like the saving grace, because God only knows where the hell I'd be now.
You think you'd be slinging rock?
That's
it's not a it's not a impossibility. Grew up with it, grew up around it.
You be living large?
I don't know. I mean, do they ever fucking live long enough to, like, all right, we're good, let me enjoy this? No, they all either get shot or arrested or whatever. I don't know that I would have been the next Scarface or Nino Brown, but
I think
It's
you
a
had that
possibility.
potential. I think you had that.
My only other saving, but movies was absolutely it, because when Top Gun came out, I was like, that's all I want to be when I grow up. And in my head, that young, I knew that's what I wanted, but just never had the guidance, never had the you can do this.
Like I was saying earlier, like Sicilian parents, like you know? They don't encourage.
And
nothing.
if you got the you can do this, it was a very half-assed. Like that's where it stopped. Oh, you can do this. How do I do it?
I also think so recently.
But that's it.
Recently, Amanda and I. The last thing that you said started to make me think about movies and like I always wanted to be involved in movie making and this and that, and I guess I still would. But the thing is that what I believed to be a cash cow in movie making and in the music scene ended up not being that at all for most. Like I know at least 15 musicians that are at the top of the fame charts, right? And dude,
wait. Do you know them? Or like it's how you know them?
I know a bunch. I really do. Well, okay.
Look at his face. He doesn't believe you.
Between people that I could get on the phone and I can get on Facebook, just hey, and they talk back to me.
Who can you get on the phone? How many?
Well, David Pastorius is one. I got Billy Sheehan, who I text with on
You're
Facebook.
name dropping people, and if this ever were to go anywhere, it's going to be
David Pastorius is a good friend of ours.
Be prepared for them to be like, I don't know who this fucking
Billy
guy is.
Sheehan is more a friend of a friend, but I've Facebook and
But you know the owner.
DM'd with him before. I wouldn't call him a friend, but he's definitely somebody that hey,
come pick me up.
You know, honestly, the person that's opened the doors for me is my friend Dot. She's the masseuse, or whatever that.
The hot chick on social media.
Yeah, so if a lot of times
that's all you got.
Yeah, a lot of times musicians.
Did I say? Well, she's cute.
She's a very, very pretty woman. The green eyes are incredible, but musicians that say, "Hey, I'm friends with Dot," and they're like, "Oh yeah, she's great," and it opens doors for me.
Well, what the hell is that? Ew.
What?
Why are we looking at your face?
It's my sister.
And I don't have a right to an opinion?
No.
What do you mean no? Look.
You say ooh to my sister's face?
Ooh, well, that's like when we put your face up there. Do that. Can you put his fucking ugly face there?
Asshole.
Why would I do that?
Yeah, we don't want to break the screen.
What? No.
Back to you and all these friends that you have.
No, I've got a lot of working musician friends and acquaintances. Let's say acquaintances. Yeah, it's better than saying
probably a better word.
Yeah, acquaintances.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But none of them are rich, right? The guy that I just talked about, Billy Sheehan, right, is probably the first virtuoso bass player in rock, right? He's, for years, whenever you talked about the best bass player, immediately people would say Billy Sheehan. Dude, he had enough to buy.
I have no idea who the fuck you're talking about.
Well, he was in the David Lee Roth band, that's pretty big, or whatever. So, he had enough to buy a home. He lives in Nashville, married to a real estate lady. She makes good money or whatever, right? But, he's not in a mansion, That Kiss lifestyle that you see, that's like 1 in a million musicians have that. I mean, that Gene Simmons was able to do that, it's because they hit at the exactly right time.
Great fucking looking wife.
Oh, yeah.
And at least back in the day, I don't know now.
But he's the exception, not the rule.
All those fucking Skinamax movies?
Yeah, those guys are the exception, not the rule.
Fantastic fucking body.
And the way that Kiss blew
tits.
Come on, dude.
It's true. You're going to tell me she doesn't have great tits?
I haven't seen her in like 15 years.
Well,
but
back in the
she
day
was,
when she was on Cinemax late night.
Shannon Tweed was a beautiful woman.
There you go. So don't come on, dude, me.
I'm talking about other things.
Oh, what were we talking about?
He got distracted again, remember?
No, but where were we going with all this?
But I was about to say, these guys are not as rich as I've thought they were. It was in my mind like, hey, you get on a TV show, right? And you're set. You don't have to worry about money anymore. I just found out that the guy that plays Jesus on The Chosen, he has a job. He has a job besides.
He has a real estate job. Not a real estate. He's a property manager.
Yeah. Like when they're not filming, because they only film a few months a year or whatever, he goes back.
You don't make enough scratch from TV.
Can you imagine that?
No, I can't. I figured once you got your face on that fucking screen, any way, shape, or form, it was like, okay, I got a little bit of money now. And now you just have to continue to get jobs. Like
Steven Tyler, when he was on, what was he on, the Voice, or was he on America's Got Talent? I remember.
It was The Voice, I think. The Voice, I think.
But he said that
it's like it bought him an island or some shit.
Yeah, he said being a judge on that show made him more money than he ever made in 45 years as the lead singer of Aerosmith.
Aerosmith.
Right? Mine went blank on Aerosmith. Why? But that's insane.
Isn't that bizarre, though?
That's insane.
That's touring.
That's insane.
That's all the albums. That whole math is just ridiculous to me because, especially in today's age, like all the old school artists are coming out and saying like how they weren't making the money that we thought they were because of all the bullshit red tape with the contracts and all that shit. And today they've got it easy because they've got social media and they got all that crap to truly track it. Whatever. But I think that's bizarre.
Because they weren't in charge of the money, and the money people were going 1 for you, 2 for me,
10 for me,
1
really.
for you, 3 for me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's only going to get worse as time goes by. But now, because of podcasting and everything, there's a way to actually take back truly your own fame and your own fortune.
Somewhat.
Because a lot of these actors are doing podcasts too.
Yeah.
Like the guy who does Punisher. He's been podcasting for a while. I didn't know that. I'd seen stuff, but I didn't realize, like, what is it, John Bernthal? Bernthal, right? I didn't realize how far back that went for him. Like, okay.
Did you know he was an ex-professional baseball player?
What is the alarm
played
going
in
on
Russia.
for? Is that our timer?
We're at...
Well, we're still in the middle of freestyle. We still got 4 other fucking boxes to fill. Like, topics from internet or video.
It's too late.
Oh, we're really going to cut it off?
We're going to cut it off.
Are we done for this episode? We laughed, we cried.
Wow.
We made chicken wings.
I can't believe it's over. No, you know what?
It's over.
Hey.
I hope this shit recorded.
Hey, I love y'all. I just want you to know that.
I can't stand you, fuck.
Fuck you. Facts.
Okay. That's a beautiful ending.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Thank you for coming to Enough Talk. See you next time.
Oh, we got to look at the camera.
E.T.
Enough talk.